Since the legalization of organ market in Iran, there have been voices that Hong Kong should also legalize selling and buying organs. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why I think this is not a very good idea. According to the Hong Kong Poverty Situation Report 2017, the poverty population in Hong Kong has reached 13.7 million, which is about 20% of the population. Without money, selling organs in exchange for it become a tempting option for these poor people. We all know that the poor are often being exploited and sell their organs at a low price, especially in the less developed countries such as Pakistan and India. But what if there is a legal system to ensure the poor organ sellers are paid with a fair and promised price? Does that legitimize organ selling? The answer is no. In fact, the organ sellers often lack knowledge of the invisible and long term consequences of removing an organ from their bodies. Physically and psychologically speaking, they may suffer from chronic pain, depression, self hatred because of a sense of body emptiness and regret, etc. Even worse, they're economically worse off just 1 year after selling their organs. It is because most poor sellers are less educated and unskilled laborers whose jobs rely mostly on their body strength, such as lifting up heavy objects. So they eventually become jobless because their bodies can no longer bear any manual work, and once again they fall back into poverty situation, forming a vicious cycle. It will in turn harm Hong Kong's economy because our working population will drop, while the unemployment rate and the financial burden of the government will increase as well. A research of the World Health Organization even stated that lasting economic benefit after donation is limited, or even negative because of the limited employability of such patients and the perceived deterioration of their health. You may say, well, they're free to make their own choice. But are we really giving them a choice here? Professor Simon Ripon claims that by legalizing organ trade, poor people will be faced by social pressure as they are expected to pay their debts or afford their basic needs by selling their organs because it is legalized and permitted. They are provided with the choice of selling organs to get out of poverty, and they should be responsible for being poor if they refuse to accept this offer. When facing these pressure, they would take a chance to trade their organs to get immediate financial helps, but they do not know that these situations will not be better off after then. This is undoubtedly destroying the lives of the poor by giving them a risky and dangerous choice and force them to accept it in exchange for some peaceful moments, while the worst is yet to come. This is not freedom of choice. Some supporters claim that legalizing organ trade would immediately save the lives of thousands. This is true, but mostly applicable to rich people only. In a capitalist city such as Hong Kong, whoever pays the highest price calls the tune. Originally, Hong Kong citizens line up to receive an organ, no matter you're rich or poor. It is unfair to change the rule all of a sudden and ask the poor to bid an organ with the rich man, because the poor always lose. Also, once organ trade is legalized, the number of organ donors will immediately decrease because some think that even if they don't offer to help, people will find a way to get an organ, or that my organ actually can be sold for money, so why helping people by donating it freely? Under this situation, the poor become those who suffer once again because their living right is being deprived. In fact, according to the Department of Health, the number of donations in Hong Kong has increased from 351 to 559 in 10 years and has been a record high since the launch of organ donation. Also, the department conducted a survey showing that 70% of the population are willing to donate their organs after death, which increased by 41% since the scheme is launched, even though only 1.1% of people actually take action and register for organ donation. We can see that people are actually becoming more open to organ donations, and maybe all we need is just some more time until the scheme actually becomes effective in Hong Kong instead of an organ market. Or as mentioned just now, more people are showing their willingness to organ donation after deceased. The government can consider adopting the opt-out system, which has been applied in many countries like Argentina and Chile, and has been proved successful in raising the donation rate by more than 15%. It is definitely a better option to help all Hong Kong people, poor or rich, to live a healthier and happier lives under equality. That is why I do not think legalizing organ sales is justified.